Ever wondered why the French are so formal? Or is that just a stereotype we've all grown to accept? Well, buckle up, folks, because today we're diving deep into the heart of French formality, or as the locals call it, la politesse. Now, when we talk about French formality, what springs to mind? Greetings, right? Those lovely, sometimes awkward, but always endearing cheek kisses. Ah, la bise. But here's the twist. It's not just for women. Men do it too, especially within the family or among close friends. And it's not just one side. Oh no, it's both cheeks and sometimes up to 4 times depending on the region. A veritable cheek-kissing marathon. But what about the world of work, you ask? Well, in France, a firm handshake is the norm among men, and I mean firm. A limp handshake in France is as welcome as a croissant at a gluten-free convention. Let's move on to addressing people. Now here's where things get really interesting. Let's start with the French language. The French are known for their linguistic precision, and nowhere is this more evident than in their use of formal and informal pronouns. You see, in French, there's a clear distinction between vous and tu. Vous is used in formal settings or when addressing someone older or of higher rank. On the other hand, tu is used among friends, family, and peers. This distinction reflects the French's respect for hierarchy and authority. But it isn't just about pronouns. Titles are of utmost importance too. In France, it's customary to address people by their professional titles. So don't be surprised if you're referred to as Monsieur l'ingénieur or Madame la docteure. This formality extends beyond professional settings, with Monsieur and Madame commonly used even in casual conversations. One wrong move and boom! You've just offended your boss, your mother-in-law, or worse, the local baker. Now let's talk about dining. French dining etiquette is an art form in itself. For instance, bread isn't simply placed on the plate, but rather on the table next to it. And don't even think about cutting your cheese the wrong way. The French take cheese cutting seriously, and there's a specific method for each type of cheese. And let's not forget the art of toasting. In France, it's essential to maintain eye contact when clinking glasses. It's seen as a sign of respect and goodwill. But remember, never cross another person's toast. It's considered bad luck. You see, French formality isn't just about following rules. It's a reflection of the French's deep-seated respect for tradition, hierarchy, and artistry. It's a dance of decorum that's been perfected over centuries and continues to be a vital part of French culture. With all these rules, it's a wonder the French have any time left to enjoy their croissants and wine. But where does all this formality come from? Well, it's deeply rooted in French history and culture. It's a journey that takes us back in time to the grandeur of the French court and aristocracy. Picture the ornate halls of Versailles, the rustle of silk gowns, and the clink of champagne glasses. This is where it all began, in an era when etiquette was not just a matter of decorum, but a tool of power and influence. The French court was a stage where manners and etiquette were as important as the politics being played out. The way you bowed, the tone of your voice, even the way you held your fork could determine your standing in society. These rules of etiquette, once the preserve of the aristocracy, slowly seeped into every corner of French society, becoming a part of their culture and everyday life. So next time you're in France, remember, when in doubt, go formal. But is French formality unique, or do we see similar patterns around the globe? Well, let's pack our virtual bags and jet off to explore how other nations navigate the world of formality. Next stop, Japan! Let's jet set to the land of the rising sun, where formality is also deeply ingrained in their culture. While the French might greet each other with a friendly bonjour, monsieur, or bonjour, madame, and a kiss on the cheek, in Japan, it's all about the bow. Yes, you heard right, the bow. It's not just a simple bend at the waist, oh no, there's an art to it. The angle, duration, and number of bows all depend on the social status and age of the person you're greeting. Talk about pressure, right? But hey, at least you don't have to worry about getting lipstick on your cheek. And when it comes to addressing people, the Japanese also use honorifics, similar to monsieur and madame. But there's a twist. In Japan, you don't use first names unless you're close friends. So French formality might seem less daunting when compared to the intricate formalities of Japan. But how about closer to home? Hopping over the English Channel, we land in the United Kingdom, where manners maketh man. And by man, we mean anyone who's ever stood in a queue. Ah, the British love affair with queues. It's like a national sport, only everyone's too polite to win. The Brits have turned politeness into an art form. They'll apologize if you step on their toes. They'll say sorry even when they're not at fault. It's like they're playing a never-ending game of no after you. Now compare this to the French laissez-faire attitude. The French are more like, who needs queues? Let's just all stand in a clump. And addressing people? In the UK, it's sir or madam, while the French prefer monsieur or madame. But hey, whether you're jostling for space in a French market or waiting in an orderly British queue, it's all part of the charm. So we've seen that formality varies greatly from one culture to another, each with its unique quirks and characteristics. Now that we've taken a whirlwind tour of global formality, it's time to hear from you. Ever found yourself in a French setting, unsure whether to go for a hearty handshake or a double cheek kiss? Or maybe you've been caught off guard by a monsieur or madame when you were expecting a casual hey? Ah, French formality, a beautiful minefield of cultural nuances and potential faux pas. Picture this. You're in a Parisian cafe, your French is passable at best. You order a croissant, and the waiter replies, merci, monsieur. You blink. Did you just age 20 years, or is it a French thing? Well, don't panic, it's just a dash of French formality. Or perhaps you've encountered the great vous versus tu dilemma. You're trying to chat up a French person, and you're not sure whether to keep it formal or risk the casual tu. You opt for vous, and they burst out laughing. Turns out they're your age, and tu would have sufficed. Maybe you've been in a situation where you've had to navigate the complex etiquette of French greetings. You go in for a handshake, they lean in for a cheek kiss. You switch tactics. They've already moved on to the next person. It's like a dance, but everyone knows the steps except you. And let's not forget about those family dinners where you've had to kiss every aunt, uncle, cousin, and family friend on both cheeks. By the end of the night, you're wondering if you've set a new world record for the most cheek kisses in a single evening. But hey, that's the charm of French formality. It's a blend of tradition, respect, and a touch of elegance that can be bewildering, amusing, and utterly endearing all at once. Remember, whether it's vous or tu, a beau or a cheek kiss, it's all part of the rich tapestry of global culture. So share your French formality tales, and let's celebrate the diversity that makes our world so wonderfully complex. Au revoir, à la prochaine!